Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the Business Law Vault, where we break down legal concepts so you can stay savvy and avoid the big business blunders. Today, we're diving into something that's at the heart of most legal systems, common law. And trust me, this is something you'll want to know about if you're dealing with contracts, disputes, or just want to understand why judges do what they do. All right, so let's get into it. What exactly is common law? Well, you can think of common law as judge-made law or case law. Basically, it's the kind of law that judges come up with when they're ruling on cases that don't fall under any specific statute, which is a law written and passed by the government. Common law actually has a deep history. It started way back in medieval England. Back then, there wasn't a set code or book of laws, so judges made decisions based on what seemed fair in each case. Over time, judges noticed certain types of cases kept coming up, and they started looking at previous cases to guide their decisions. This became known as precedent. So, what is precedent? Basically, it means judges look at past decisions to guide how they'll decide future cases. It's kind of like saying, hey, if that judge decided it that way before, I should probably make a similar call now. This principle is actually formalized in a term you might have heard, stare decisis, which is Latin for let the decision stand. Now, one important thing to know is that common law isn't the same as statutory law. Statutes are laws written by legislators, like Congress or a state assembly. Common law, on the other hand, is more flexible, and here's where it gets interesting. Unlike a statute, which is more fixed, common law can actually evolve over time. Because judges are applying it on a case-by-case basis, common law can adapt to changing social conditions. For example, what might have been considered acceptable in business practices 100 years ago might not fly today, and common law reflects that shift. But don't get it twisted. Stare decisis doesn't mean that judges always have to follow precedent. It's flexible. If a judge thinks a precedent no longer makes sense, they can choose not to follow it. This is one of the reasons common law is often referred to as living law. It has room to grow and change. In fact, you see common law most often in areas like contracts, property disputes, and tort law. Say you're in a business contract dispute, and there's no specific law that applies directly to your situation. A judge might look to similar past cases and use those to make a fair ruling. And here's where it can get interesting for business owners. Because common law is based on precedent, understanding past cases can give you a leg up. You can predict how a judge might rule in your case based on how similar cases were handled in the past. Knowing your common law can give you that strategic edge when you're navigating the courtroom. So, there you have it. Common law might sound like a dry topic, but it's actually one of the most dynamic parts of the legal system. It's the reason we have flexibility in law and why the legal system can adapt over time to modern values. If you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe to the Business Law Vault for more breakdowns on the legal side of business. Drop a comment if you have any questions on common law or any other legal topic you want us to cover next.